Camera companies, they are lying to you. Let's talk about it. I've fallen into that trap of thinking that if I just get this camera, I'll be able to make more money, I'll be able to make better films, I'll be able to tell better stories. This camera, this specific new camera will take me to the next level and be able to kind of make all my filmmaking dreams come true. And it's just not true. If you've been following this channel at all, you'll know that I recently purchased the new Red Komodo X, and it's taken this camera, or purchasing this camera, to realize that I yet again fell into that trap. I don't need this camera, and I'm actually going to be selling this camera because it doesn't fit in with the workflow that I have. So I think this video is not necessarily trying to say, oh, this camera is the one you really need because companies have been pushing this. That's not what I'm trying to say. A Komodo X, unbelievable camera. It's a great camera and perfect for certain situations, just like the Canon R5C or the Sony FX3 or the Sony A7S III is great for certain situations, and that might be the situation that you're in. So don't listen to what camera company X is saying about their camera. Look at what you need. Look at the jobs that you currently have that are bringing in money. Look at what that requires to make your decision on the camera that you purchase. And I don't want you to make that mistake either. I don't want you to fall into kind of these categories that I want to talk about, the ones that I've fallen victim to, and so I don't want you to do the same. So let's jump into what those areas are. And I think the first one, as I've said already, is that you don't need camera X. Whatever it is, you need the camera that best suits you and your workflow and kind of all the jobs that come your way. So if you need a camera that has autofocus that could be a non-negotiable for you, then great. Then that's what you need. That's a spec that you need in your camera. If you need your camera to do both photo and video because you can't afford both a cinema camera and a photo camera, then great. Then that's what you need in a camera. Those are the specs that you need. Do you need photo? Do you need video? Do you need image stabilization? Do you need a heavier, bulkier camera, or does it need to be super slim and lightweight for what your jobs entail? Look at what you need and make your decision off of that, not off of what you think you might need in 10 years or just what the newest camera is touting. You need the camera that is right for you, and don't listen to anybody else. I think the next lie that I've fallen victim to, or that camera companies will kind of suck you into, is that you need brand loyalty. I don't know why. I don't know why. I had originally always just been a Canon fanboy. I loved Canon, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with liking a particular brand and sticking with that brand. But I think for some reason I just thought, oh, if I just stick with Canon, then maybe Canon will reach out, or maybe I'll get to do a sponsorship, or just thinking, oh, I don't like this brand because it's not a cool brand, or I can't like that brand because it's not Canon. Those kind of silly things, instead of, again, going back to point number one of just what's the best camera for my situation or for the jobs that I do, regardless of what the brand is. Is it Nikon? Is it Sony? Is it Canon? Is it Red? What's putting out the camera that's best for my needs? I think each camera brand offers something different and unique and special. And so again, it's just what your needs are as a photographer or a filmmaker, and go off that. Don't go off of what brand is cool or what brand isn't cool or elite or whatever. Every single camera brand makes incredible cameras that will be able to do an amazing job. The next lie that I fell into was I needed to buy new. Again, I think when a camera launch was coming out, I thought, oh man, I need to get this. I need to get it new. I need to, yeah, the latest, the greatest. But it's, again, just not true. I think this is one that I got out of or fell out of a lot earlier, thankfully. And for the past couple years, pretty much all of the gear that I buy is used. You can find so many great deals of people that have taken really good care of their gear, whether that's, you know, buying used on B&H, Adorama, on Gear Focus, or on eBay. Most gear, most cameras, most lenses are built to last. They're rugged. I don't necessarily always see the need to get new gear. Again, it's just a trap and a marketing ploy that you can get sucked into. So if you want to save dollars, buy used. The next lie that I fell into was thinking that I needed just the highest resolution possible. I've worked with, and I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, I've worked with lots of different companies over the last couple years, and I don't think I've had a single one request specifically, maybe a couple. But I don't think I've had too many request 4K. They just want high quality, done well, their story told effectively and efficiently and beautifully. Nobody is demanding specs, again, except for maybe like a few commercial spots and stuff like that. But the vast majority of clients that I have just haven't requested 4K. Now, I deliver everything in 4K, but nobody's really requested that. So having a camera or needing a camera that shoots 6K or 8K and thinking that's what's going to take me to the next level is just kind of silly. Yes, it totally does open up different options to maybe crop in post or just have better quality. It is better quality, but thinking that I need this to make my filmmaking better is just a silly lie. And then lastly, I think this is something similar of just needing slow motion. I think I have, again, fallen into that trap too. Oh, I need something that's gonna shoot ultra slow motion. I think on the vast majority of projects, 60 frames per second has done more than enough. There's been a couple times where I've used 120 frames per second. And again, even less where I've needed slower than that for certain projects. So I think, again, if you have a project that requires a super slow motion camera, you can always rent those cameras. I have been sucked into that marketing trap. Again, it's just like the better the specs, the higher the specs, I need that camera because that's what's going to propel my filmmaking to the next level. It's not. 95% of everything I've shot is in 24 frames per second with some 60 frames per second sprinkled in and maybe the occasional 120 depending on what it is. But again, with the work that I do, just regular 24 frames per second does the job. Maybe to wrap this up, everything that I've been saying, don't get sucked into the marketing hype of whatever the latest and greatest camera is. I have done that. I have wasted so much money. I don't want that to happen to you. Just look at what your needs are for the gigs that you do, whether that's photography or filmmaking, whether it's wedding or corporate or documentary or brand work, whatever it is. Look at what you need and base your next camera purchase on that instead of what marketing or YouTubers or whatever is saying. Again, I just want to reiterate, this is something that I have fallen prey to, and I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to have the best camera for your situation, and that might be something completely different than me. There's usually no rush to purchase the camera, but before you do, just look at that. Yes, gear is super important. I'm not trying to say that it's not, but there's so much more than specific specs that go into storytelling and making a good photo or video. But let me know what you think. Have you fallen into this trap as well? Am I just talking out of my butt here? I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if there's any other topics that you want me to cover. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.